So now let's talk about how a bet is profitable. This is the simplest, one of the simplest things we're going to do today. Let's say a bet is at minus 110 odds. We have to find bets that are paying out at minus 110, but really should be paying out above minus 110. So let's use an example. For today, the Rangers are playing the Reds right now. Let's say the Reds are minus 110. That means that the Reds have a 50% chance to win. Now let's say we come up with some sort of system, we have a computer algorithm, or we have a model that we pay for, or we have an app that tells us that we trust that the Reds have a 52.4% chance to win. Boom. 52.4% chance to win. What does that mean? That means we have a break-even bet. This isn't positive EV, it's not negative EV. Now, if we saw that the Reds had a 50% chance to win, this is a negative EV bet. When I say negative EV means expected value. So that means over time, if you place this bet every single day for your life, would you win money on it or would you lose money? So positive EV bet, you'd win money on for the rest of your life if you could place it every single day. Negative EV bet, you'd lose money on for the rest of your life if you place it every single day. So if this had a 50% chance to win, we would have a negative EV bet. If it had a 52.4% chance to win at minus 110 odds, we would have nothing, a neutral EV bet, not positive nor negative. Now, this is where line shopping comes into play because some books are going to have this priced at minus 110. Let's say DraftKings has this priced at minus 110. FanDuel has it priced at minus 112, but we find a website, ProfitX, a marketplace. They have it plus 100. Boom! We now have a positive EV bet because we don't have to pay this 10% tax and we still have a 52.4% chance to win. So this is how we as professional sports bettors find positive EV bets. This is what we're looking for. This is how people make money in sports betting, is we find a line that is underpriced to where we expect the game outcome to be. We cannot take this bet at minus 110. It does nothing for us. This bet at minus 110 does nothing. We get this bet at plus 100, boom. We get this bet at plus 105, wow. We get this bet at plus 110 with a 52.4% chance to win. That's when it starts to move into possibly a 2-unit play or you bet double the amount. So this is like the basis of what we're trying to do. Now the hardest part of that, this is the easiest part, line shopping and finding the books with different lines. The hardest part is figuring this out. How do we figure out the likelihood that a bet wins? Now, when we met in our meeting, we talked about many different resources that you guys need to download to figure this out. And there's many different ways that people handicap this. The way that I do it, you guys likely won't be able to do it this way just because you don't have a background in coding or statistics, but I have a computer model that simulates each game 10,000 times. From there, it spits out a projected spread total money line for each game, and we decipher what the lines should be. So let's say the Reds are playing the Rangers, right? And my model spits out that the Reds should be minus 140. In reality, the Reds are minus 120. Boom. Positive EV bet. There's other things that we want to look at, but that's why it's so easy for me to get these bets out, because I have something that does all the work for me. I just look, I say, oh, Red should be minus 140, they're minus 120. We bet that. We put a unit on it. It's that simple for me, but at first, for you guys, it's going to be a lot more difficult. It's going to be way more difficult to find positive EV bets, and there's many different ways to do it. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is there are a lot of tools, Action Network, Juice Reel, Odds Jam, that can show you positive EV bets based on an algorithm. And when we met in our meeting, we had you download all of these. Now, a lot of these are on player props, which makes it difficult because player props for the juice are minus 115. So you have to win these at even higher percentage than 52.4% at minus 110. Because at minus 110, you have to win at 52.4% to break even. Sorry, that's minus 110. At minus 115, you're paying more juice, so you got to win an even higher percentage in order to break even. So we have to make sure that our positive EV bets that we're getting from Juice Reel, from OddsJam, from Action Network are enough to cover the juice. And oftentimes they are, because that extra 5 cents, it does matter. But if you have something that has a 56% chance to win at minus 110 or minus 115, you're still more than covered, right? If you have something that has a 54% chance to win at minus 115, you're still more than covered. So we just have to be careful and make sure we're identifying games that actually have a lot of value.